It's another episode of Poker Time, and that is Action Aaron, who has just joined the table with his Queen 9 offsuit.
Yeah, he didn't win a pot. He just sloppily slammed his chips on the table, Action Aaron style.
Taking over for K6, who busted in the last episode. This is, of course, one of our sessions. There's the Rooster, among others.
Is that in the straddle or anything?
No. What are you doing? No, you're in the You're good.
Not positive yet.
60.
I already told you how many was in the. No, I told you how many was in the sack.
I know, but what is that?
You said 26, so everybody knows what it is.
Okay.
Now
it's
it's
like you're putting more in there. I don't know.
No, well, I was.
I never know what you're doing.
Some discussions need to be had about how many chips Aaron has. That's information that the stream needs.
Yep. So I'm sure it's getting worked out.
Can we get service?
Aaron, passionate as always, but with a sweetheart, a sweet young heart.
Sure.
Well, I use all of them all the time.
You just take one of Wheel's chips.
No, it rolled. His rolled over there.
I use them.
He's getting pretty close though.
Wheel looks a little thrown off by it too. That's what happens. Action Aaron comes to the game; it's immediate chaos.
That's how he likes it, and that's how we all like it.
It's true.
Shut off for 20.
Well, here we go.
It's like 5, 10, 20, and Wheel is not going to be playing this one.
A lot of bad hands so far.
Oh, never mind.
Found one.
Is he going to limp? Alex is our notorious limper, and Aaron is a good candidate to limp against.
Also a good candidate to raise against, though. He doesn't
You could-
fold much.
Yeah, as long as you don't fold this hand against Aaron, pre-flop, it's probably good. Oh, and he makes it 150.
Whoa, and Aaron has ace-jack. It's a miracle.
If Aaron ends up folding this hand, it would be a disaster, but
He's
it
not
looks like
gonna
he's
do
going to raise
He's
probably.
going to put in the raise, which is not crazy,
Raise.
but it's really going to work out poorly most of the time.
I think Alex is going to go all in. That's my guess. He looks concerned. I wonder if that's genuine or if he's just trying to act here.
Might be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, aces is a scary prospect. And
There's the flat, and Aaron has a chance to lose a lot of money here, or win a pot he would have been blown off of.
welcome to the game, Aaron. You're against kings.
And, well, a king would be pretty interesting.
That would be quite a card, wouldn't it?
Yep. It would also not complete a flush draw. It goes check, check. There's a jack for Aaron and an open ender now for Alex, who blocks ace king.
It's not the card Alex wanted to see. I mean, Aaron could definitely have jack jack. Haven't
Sure.
played it this way so far.
Jack 10.
He's usually
Ace
not going to
king.
3-bet jack 10, I would think.
It goes check, check again. I think
Ooh,
it's time to
and
start
Aaron
betting.
makes the best hand.
Alex checks again.
Aaron's got to bet now.
Have to bet. This
That's
is-
a pretty gross run out for Alex.
yeah.
I don't think he can fold.
It would be absurd to fold to an Aaron bet here, unless it's for all of it, which it won't be.
10 seconds.
I'm just gonna turn into a baby. I can be pocket eights.
Oh, he checks
Whoa!
it back. He checks it back, Grant.
That's amazing.
I don't understand anything anymore. What? What happened?
I don't know, but Aaron was concerned that Alex had a full house. I think.
I guess so, because that's all he's losing to. I guess also a straight.
I meant to do
He's
this.
in the ace king, right?
Yeah.
But to never put a single dollar in post flop?
Still ended up being a reasonably sized pot because of the huge raise that Alex made pre-flop.
How about a little $200 how's your mother type bet, though? Say
Is
say
that
hi to your father for me kind of a bet, you know?
I'm not aware of that style of bet.
Like a little $225 give your cousin a pinch on the cheeks for me kind of a wager.
Give your cousin a pinch on the cheeks for
Yeah.
me?
Oh, don't make it like it's weird.
You're right. That's the thing that people say.
Thank you.
No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get invited. I was just kidding. I just barged in.
Call.
Hold on.
All right. Now, both of these hands have been reasonable so far. You know, Aaron's in the small blind or the big blind and completing for $10.
Sure.
What's your guess on how many of the first orbit he plays of the 7? Or are we 6-handed now? 6-handed
Yeah, we're
orbit.
six-handed.
Poker.
Well, he didn't play the first
They
hand.
watch poker time. They're like,
Did he?
let's ban this.
Oh yeah, he did fold, but that was because of all the chip stuff.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a craziness, so he just threw his hand away, though. I'm sure he would have played it.
Yeah.
Wheel's going to bet what is currently the best hand. Aaron's got the 2 back doors, but just lets it go. Wheel, by the way, bet 50 into 45, and I can understand the fold.
Yep.
Well, there was the time.
Not that it's bad to
Somebody
bet,
got
15 to 45.
Disappearing footage.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. There was this,
there was a scandal that also disappeared.
yeah. There was like 4 times I dealt in a row that the footage just was lost. Like I can't, yeah.
Oh, really?
It was consistent for
remember
a little while
that,
that it was only on the very best
So,
nights.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
the
like
great action
crazy,
games and
crazy
yeah.
games.
It is accurate. We have lost some pretty good footage
That's
just
really
due to
sad.
technical issues in the past.
Sure, that's true. Probably tougher for you, but
Actually, Aaron throwing away the 3 deuce off.
all right, all right. Maybe I was wrong.
We're going to go 3 ways to this flop, and it's hearts for Alex.
Nut
Gut shot.
hearts.
So did you
What'd you
guys-
say? Nut hearts. Yeah, gut shot for wheel and a
that
pair
was
for
just,
premium.
slow roll.
Wheel's going to start betting right away.
Alrighty.
Bad news, Wheel.
I mean, he could still win.
Deuce of hearts. Watch out for it.
check.
It's the Jack of Hearts.
Well, it's going to be tougher to win now.
It's
if you're
going to
Wheel.
be tough to get any action if you're Alex, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, Wheel does have a flush draw and a straight draw, but he lets it go.
I would not, I didn't know you were in the hand. I didn't see you.
Oh, Wheel thought they were heads up. Him and Caremio.
Ah,
Yeah.
oops.
We played,
He
That's
did-
fine,
he
it cost
did
him like 20
80%
bucks.
the
Yeah.
First hour, and then he went to
It was a fine bet anyway.
He did the same thing.
Never let him
Is that
see you
when,
sweat, Wheel.
The other, what's the tall guy with long hair?
Kevin?
Kevin.
No.
Was he in that?
No, Kevin wasn't here.
No.
I wish Kevin was here.
course.
That's an action-generating player right there.
Yeah, he is. But
Oh, yeah,
instead,
he got
here
hit
comes
like
the
he
roof.
got his shoulder fucked up.
That was a weak effort, and I'm not happy about it. Alex is going to definitely call.
That was unbelievable.
Aaron, I guess,
I'm telling
has
you,
had enough of the game. He's gone.
Seems unlikely. Ken comes along with the queen deuce suited, and here we go.
Ran by?
I don't know who this guy was.
a deuce for Ken.
Like, business guy. Like,
Sure, Alex still has the best hand, although not the flop he was looking for. He is going to protect his equity, however.
As he should. I like this bet. And Ken is going to call. Alex getting value.
What a dream scenario. Somehow you get called by a worse hand.
like, I think it was
No,
6
he-
deuce on the
Let's see if it remains a dream or if it becomes a waking nightmare.
Well, there is now a draw
Well,
to a
Weird
straight
that
for
didn't hit
Ken.
like
I
that.
expect Alex is going to give a free card. He does, and that looked like a face card of some sort of paint. I can't see what it is.
It's a
Anything but a
king.
king is a problem. It's
It
a
looks
king.
like a king. But Ken bet, so maybe it's not a king.
I can't tell if it's a king. There, it
It's
is
a
a king.
king.
Oh, so Ken is
Ken-
bluffing?
Ken is he's trying to get
Oh.
called by the ace of spades.
Seemed like
The old
twice
two
in the
pair.
last
He says two pair, yeah.
3 years.
The old, whenever they say two pair, they have a bad
have a
two
pretty
pair.
bad-
and
and
usually
when-
one of them is on the board.
When the board's paired and they say two pair, you win.
Yeah. That is pretty much right.
No, I totally get it.
Did you ever book that flight? Are you
It's
going
like I'm saying two pair, hoping you fold without really looking.
Yeah.
Right? You don't really realize
350 flight?
how it is. It's a bluff.
Remember?
It's a verbal
No,
bluff.
it's not really a meeting.
Oh, okay.
I think Ken must have been trying to get called by the nut flush draw there.
Or bluff a slightly better hand, like sixes or a 5 or something.
It was actually
Skip
quite
it
a
up for a while.
quite a tough call Alex made there with sixes.
So
Put
you-
down, so-
Yeah.
No, I'm just leaving it 550.
Oh,
The tattoo artist
Alex
on
doing it
your-
right. He
on your
makes the
chest.
nut flush, wins, makes
Yeah.
a good call, wins.
Making the nut flush is doing it right. That's
He's
for
like
sure.
Charlie Sheen right now, all the winning.
That's timely.
Oh, Charlie Sheen isn't famous anymore? Look at all these nines. What's up with that?
Well, you know there must be something to that.
I feel like this
Bill
is
Klein
gonna
says
be
always a
fun.
9.
We're getting it.
You know?
Good for Bill.
let's
He's
see.
very wealthy, so he must know what he's talking about.
Always a 9. A 9 would make a straight if someone had a 7.
Yep. If you had a 7 and a 9, you'd have a straight.
Yeah, always a 9.
As
and
it
a 7.
stands, actually Aaron has quite a nice flop.
Yes, he does.
85.
And Caremio is the only potential caller left, I would say, because Wheel's already folded, and Caremio does enter the pot.
For 85, I think this is very smart to make this call.
Smart.
In position, deep enough.
My boy Smart.
Action Aaron can be a little spewy at times. Oh, and there's a king.
Ken also called with King 6.
Well, Ken's very happy about that because he's
Yeah.
got the best of it. It goes check, check, and Ken's got the best hand.
And Caremio's going to bluff at it. Well, not bluff. He has
No, he's
the,
betting for value.
he's trying to get a little bit of value, and he's not.
Insta call. Bad news. Bad news, Crew. That was a little too fast.
I don't think Aaron can call this one.
It would seem like a bad call. You're losing to, everything.
When Ken calls that fast, I think he's trying to send a signal to Aaron to like get out of his pot, almost like I don't want you to raise me, type of thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Two pair.
This time, when Ken says two pair, it's like what he means it. You know,
Yeah. He said it quietly instead of loudly, right? That's
Yeah.
like that. I don't care what you do. Because
It's
he was
not-
also.
it's not a paired board. That other
Yeah.
rule only applies on the paired
It's
board.
true, of course. Cremio looked a little disgusted by that one.
He looks unhappy.
He's like, how did you overcall on the flop, man? With just a 6, man.
Come on, man.
But the old 2-outer really came in for Ken, and he got a little extra cheese on that burger,
That's how you got to do it if you want to enjoy your weekend.
Yep.
King ways the flop.
You know what I'm saying.
Of course I know what you're saying. You're like, do it my way at McDonald's, man. You
Not
know?
a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, currently. One day. And Wheel says it's time for King 7 suited to rear its ugly head.
Which is a totally reasonable open, by the way, no matter what it sounded like Jonathan was saying.
Fair enough.
The Rooster's going to call with the Jack 10, and we're going to see a flop.
Rooster a little short here. Not in stature, just in chips.
Pretty good flop for King 7. No clubs, unfortunately, but still, you'll take it.
I think he'll definitely take it. Here's the check, and Wheel's betting. And Rooster not going to make any moves this time.
He's been a little quiet. He's, it's nighttime, so he's not, and he's not in Kauai, which is where there's lots of roosters and they don't know what time it is. They're going all night.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah,
the home
wild-
with the confused rooster?
Wild chickens everywhere in Kauai, and they don't have an internal clock that tells them when to cock-a-doodle-doo. They
So
just-
it's very hard to sleep?
depends on where you are. All the nice resorts and stuff, they kind of like shove them away or kill them or
Kill 'em all.
something, maybe. But I did go camping for a portion of the time I was there, and that was hard to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to know the nice resorts just kill a lot of animals.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of the hardest.
Well, maybe they serve them for dinner.
Well, I guess they could do that.
I'm not saying that's what would happen to the rooster if he went to Kauai. I don't think the nice resorts would kill him. I
You don't think
they-
he'd be confused and just yell at all times?
He might actually. I'm not sure.
No.
I've never seen him on vacation before. I don't know what he's like.
Open ender for Wheel, gut shot for Aaron, nothing for Alex.
Well, I sometimes find them at angles.
And
I checked. Yeah.
Oh, I'll check.
They come up sideways.
Wheel
on the
checks as
screen,
well.
They can rotate them.
and there it is. Wheel gets there.
He's
He can't lose.
he can. Aaron can make a 9 or a 7.
Okay. Fine. He can lose. You were, of course, correct
I think raising is a great idea.
against Action Aaron.
Yeah.
Call.
You can get rid of
Call instead.
diamonds too if Alex has backdoor diamonds.
Yeah.
But he
He's
does
gonna play
just
it
call.
safe. That's fine. Aaron probably fire again
Oop.
a lot. Oh my goodness gracious.
At least it's really obvious the wheel doesn't like that card for
yeah.
wheel.
Aaron can't really put any more money in
No.
anyway. No, Wheel, don't bet. He's not going to bet.
If he bets, he's bluffing.
What? To fold out what? Is the 7 folding here? No.
Are you sure?
Let's find out. He's not going to bet anyway. I think Wheel's hand is just good enough to not bluff and not good enough to value bet. And there we go.
Aaron could have missed diamonds. You could beat that.
Sure. Or like go a 10,
Straight.
a rando 10. He does have a rando 10, but
Full house.
Aaron gets there on the river twice.
That's the way he does it.
River rat.
Who says that?
I don't know. People used to say that a lot, you know, but not so much anymore.
How dare you win on the card that is part of the game?
River rat. Yeah. You know, they also get upset when they had like 62% equity and they lose a hand.
Yeah, like, it's impossible. They're all.
It's,
Everybody's Philhelmut.
it's like, you know, your favorite baseball player, if he ever got a hit,
Well,
he was less likely to get a hit than you were to, you know, lose the hand.
Yeah.
So,
Come in third place amongst the two of us.
Shadow.
but you know, people don't like being ahead and losing at any point.
I mean, I don't like it.
It's all the narrative. It's all narrative.
Yeah, you know when you like hear somebody telling a bad beat story about
Yeah.
Some, like,
yeah, it's been
I-
every time, so.
like I lost to 9-7, and like they don't explain when they got it in. You know,
Yeah.
but, like
I played in a tournament the other day where kings versus queens got it in, and it was a queen on the flop and river king. And most of the table was consoling the queens about what a bad beat it was. They
That was
got it
just
on
a
pre.
cooler.
Yeah.
It's just a cooler and it ran out of
And then they
certain
got
way.
it in pre-flop anyway. I mean, it's a cooler anyway, but then also, like, there's no bad beat of any
Right.
kind. Except the bad beat is that they had kings pre-flop. That's the only bad beat that, like, yeah, you both had such big hands, you had to get it in. Right? That's the only cooler of it. That's the only bad beat of it, really.
Last tournament I played, I heard somebody on the phone walking by who had just busted out of the tournament explaining how he had lost the tournament in an angry way to a friend of his. And he was saying, I had tens and he got in with 6 high against me and I lost. And I didn't see the hand, but I can almost guarantee that it
Yes.
was on the flop and the 6 high probably had a lot of equity.
It's possible the 6 high was already ahead, too, when
Yeah.
they got it in,
Yeah.
right? That, like,
Yeah.
what was once 6 high is now trip
Yeah.
sixes or a straight.
The lesson here is don't lie to yourself and others when you tell your poker
There's
stories.
just no, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Also, no one cares anyway.
Yeah,
Raise
Turns out no one cares.
yeah. Why would they?
45.
Hey, Wheel's got a beautiful hand. King, queen of hearts.
It is pretty.
Can't.
Tiny raise by Action Aaron. Classic. I think Wheel's just obligated to pop this up because otherwise we're going to be three-handed, and why do that?
Raise.
Nice job,
One
Wheel.
I like it.
Wheel accosted us the other day saying how
Words are
how
hard.
mean we were to him on this show sometimes. But
Obviously, he was talking about Jonathan.
yeah, I'm just going to say this. I don't pick your hairdresser, buddies.
You've never actually made fun of
Nah.
Wheel's hair.
Never in my life have I done that.
Now you have.
All right, we're three-handed. Let's go.
Who are you playing?
And that is the best hand for Wheel, but he can't love it.
No, you can't be super happy about that flop. I'm a bit surprised that Creamio entered this pot, by the
I
way.
think he decided that the Action Aaron original raise was essentially a limp. You know, so he's just calling us a single raise
I
because
guess.
it's so cheap.
I guess so.
It's just going to check through, and now gut shots abound.
Yeah, unfortunately, Aaron and Creamio block each other.
Wheel is
Time to
able
de-
to pull the trigger.
Time to define the hands a little bit. See where we are.
Probably the hand's over.
75 is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And he didn't bet the flop. I would be tempted to bluff here if I were Creamio or Aaron, which Aaron just calls after Creamio folds.
Good spot here for Wheel.
And Aaron
It is
gets
not. Once again,
there.
the River Rat.
River Rat.
River Rodent. So Aaron's got to know if he checks, Wheel's just going to check it back. So I like this bet,
Yeah, this is good.
even though Wheel may just be folding a lot here, especially with the hand that he has. and
He
the
doesn't have an ace that often, having not bet the flop.
Right.
So his range is pretty weak, but you gotta take the initiative here for Aaron in order to ever get paid.
You just figure unless Wheel is bluffing, he's just always checking back.
Action Aaron's reputation may get him paid here.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why this is such a good bet. And Wheel's going to use one of his time cards, and Aaron's going to give him.
Wheel fake takes him.
Wheel, that was cool. He shows it. That usually means he's folding, and he does. Nice job, Wheel.
Played it well.
And
Yeah.
I have no idea where you're fucking
Well-
off.
What? People say that about me.
I might have paid that one off. I got to tell you.
I believe you.
I'm here. What do you need?
But that's compliment.
As a person
No,
who's paid off
you'll-
Action
you'll
Aaron
see.
plenty
I
of
just
times, I
went
might have as well.
Yeah. I'm becoming what Antonio Sfandiari and Phil Lack used to call a payoff wizard. I
Indeed.
would say I'm really getting good at that.
Yeah.
You bet that river, I might just have to call you with anything.
What do you do with all your extra time now? All the
So.
time that you put into poker time.
Good for Wheel to get away from it.
New hobbies?
Rooster comes and then he goes.
Cornhole. Fold.
Just gonna get better at
Raise. 60.
Ace Jack suited, a nice hand.
Better at being artificial.
Creamio with
Uh-oh.
a hand he's not going to want to make a flush. I'll tell you that much.
much.
I got news for you. Doesn't want
Oh, what the hell is happening?
You want to bet red black? I take black.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to take.
There's 6 red out there.
Yeah.
I win already. There's no black.
Oh shit! I didn't realize we are doing the hands. I thought we were doing the flop.
You said red black, bro.
Trying to make it so that you give him greens.
That's on you.
Oh well, it's a chop anyway.
Open ender for no bun. I thought it was
We're gonna
7.
invest elsewhere.
Is there an ace on that
Moving
board? I thought it was 7-8-3.
Jungle.
Yeah.
It is. It is 7-8-3.
Yeah, the ace is a lie.
It's an open ender for Ken.
75.
I wonder where that ace of spades came from.
I don't know.
That's strange.
The software got confused, which is great.
Wheel's gonna call even though he's
Well, he's got a backdoor flush draw and
backdoor straight draw, I guess. So.
yeah, and the overs, and
Yeah, it's 6, 7, 8, 3. Don't let the AI lie to
I
you.
think it's 3 clubs also out there.
And Ken makes a pair. Wheel bets.
Whoa, he did? Are we sure?
Nope.
I don't think he did. I think Ken bet.
Yeah, I think Ken bet.
Yeah, wheels folding.
Yeah, that's what happened. Everything's wrong. Don't worry about
That
it.
was-
Don't trust your eyes.
That
I
was
used
a
to
bit
play
of a
tennis and racquetball and
yeah. You know,
I figure at my age, pickleball might
just
be
a bit.
something they could do. But we're mostly in Sisters, and there's no pickleball courts in town. There are some in Bend, but
Oh, you'll have one where you live.
yeah, I mean, I
Joseph, you're traveling, right?
Weird. For my birthday.
Alex hasn't played a hand in a little while.
yeah, that would be.
Pickleball.
You played kings and you
Totally do
lost.
that.
He's gonna get out the schneid with this
I've been
one.
hearing a lot about it. So.
Just the
Is he?
Just the
I don't think so.
Okay,
No,
well,
no, the set.
Why
like,
would
two
you say that? He had
paddles
queen
and
4.
Wiffle balls, and I'm like, oh, you play pickleball with wiffle balls?
what is a queen for? Ruling the
Well, I
country.
went to
Not anymore, am I right?
Oh, so timely.
Yeah, got him.
or something like that in Bend, which they have like everything. They now have a whole wall of just pickleball gear.
There we go.
They have more,
Dominated
they have more
king,
pickleball gear than
Premio.
they do
Right now.
tennis.
Who's been calling all his suited?
Rage.
A lot of kings here.
Yeah, he loves a suited king, that guy.
He is a big fan of a king in fine clothing.
Indoor pickleball.
Well, someday, Ken,
did it
real
just go
soon
check
where
call?
you live, they'll have pickup.
I feel like you just went check call there.
Where I live.
Oh, did Cremio
The
lead?
Senior center, you mean?
Yeah.
No,
No, he
he
called.
called, huh? And we can see that the graphics are correct this time,
Yeah.
so it's.
Premio
Cremio
makes the best hand.
He gets there.
There's a check, and Aaron is not
Amazon.
going
He just thought King High was good enough to call, I guess.
The head of Amazon.
There's the laugh. The rueful laughter of Aaron, understandable.
John Fan.
No, no.
I didn't give a 3.
I was calling.
Jas, who's the?
And we're back.
Yeah, I'm thinking of someone else.
Aaron just got action Aaroned by Cremio.
River rodent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I'll
That was pretty rough for Aaron. Like, he bet the flop and got called.
I don't know how that happened, but it did.
No, I thought you were
That's
saying
why
you were gonna
Cremio was smiling, I think.
head of a
And then I was
huge
gonna call, and then like
It's one of the beautiful things about poker, that there's a little bit of a luck factor.
There is.
You can do everything right and still lose.
It's true.
I'll figure it out. Mad Magazine.
The
Hello.
rackets.
Hello, Dolly.
Will we
Is-
get action?
Come on, have
Looks
a
like
hand. Oh,
He's got a
that's
hand
enough.
enough to call, yeah.
That's enough.
It's going to be
Boy,
hard for him to flop something,
You
though.
better not flop top pair as an ace, you know?
You make a good point.
Thanks. Just using common poker terminology.
Top pair as an ace. Yeah, that's how people talk.
Did he do it? He-
Oh
he
my
flopped top pair
God.
as an ace.
And there's also 2 hearts, so Alex could catch up in this if he
Yeah.
gets very lucky. He won't be folding for 1 bet. That's
No chance.
That's for certain.
60 in an insta call, and
A heart would be interesting.
it sure would. There it
Hey.
is.
I did not know that was coming. I
River
promise.
rodent time. One more.
Ken's got to hate that card, but he's going to
He's
keep
got
betting.
top set. He's deciding to bet again, and Alex can't fold with
No,
the
you-
ace of hearts.
You could actually raise
No.
as like a semi bluff.
Yeah, I thought he was about to throw his hand
No
away for a
chance.
second.
No chance.
Yeah, raising would be fine, but calling is totally reasonable. In fact,
course.
probably correct when you have top pair. And that's going to probably kill action.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of
Ken
things.
hates this run out.
I don't think Alex likes it too much either.
No. Alex could turn his hand into a bluff, but probably doesn't feel he needs to.
Well, I got more aces in.
And Ken might not fold anyway. Honestly, it's Ken.
Yeah, he doesn't fold a lot of rivers. That's true.
Could you get Ken to fold out a better hand if he had like aces up there? Would he fold to a bet? Unclear.
If it's a big bet, I think he will.
Have to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Max end up getting hit hard?
Ken is sticky like molasses,
Okay.
like honey.
What else is
You catch more flies with Ken than you do with
vinegar?
vinegar. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should make T-shirts.
That would be pretty funny. If you did with instead of saying Ken, you just have his face.
Yeah.
Catch more flies with his face of Ken.
Yeah.
He'd love that. I would love that if someone did that about me. I'd be like, they think I'm sweet. But I just mean sticky.
Yeah, we know that.
Rooster?
No, he reloaded a few times, so I don't think he did so well.
Oh, I put my style in it.
Rooster just
No, I'm fine.
looks like he's on vacation.
You guys go
So
for it.
is
I might rig
how's he
out.
doing? I've been wondering about how he vacations. The rooster just limps
Oh.
with ace king, tries to get a raise out of somebody behind, and instead
Has fallen behind.
he knows that's a bad flop at least.
Yeah. Let's see how much Alex bets. 25. Probably get one call.
Nope.
Just end it.
I don't see a real point in continuing with ace king there.
I mean, you got backdoor. You got one backdoor and overs. It's not terrible. You have some good cards, like a 10
Yeah, but
is
there's.
okay. A queen is okay.
I think it's just fine to fold.
it is.
You
It
have
is fine.
plenty
You played,
of-
it, you played it small.
You have
can-
plenty of hands you can continue with.
yeah.
you
But
don't
I
need
mean, for
that.
$25, it's not the end of the world to continue. That's all I'm saying.
All right, you want 25 fewer dollars? That's fine. You can just give me $25.
Why didn't you say that about Action Aaron when he called the turn for like 75 with that gut shot and then got there?
He had a gut shot. He had actual equity.
But what they don't
Actual
realize is I
equity.
played-
Yeah.
I actually played both
It's
of
an
them.
interesting phrase. Anyway, here's Ken.
Both of them.
Once again, having it.
We don't.
It being those cool yellow racing stripes on the side of his shirt.
You told me they weren't racing stripes.
What did I say they were?
I don't know, but called them racing stripes early on in the session. You told me that was wrong.
It was wrong, but it has now, once again, culturally become correct.
Oh, I see.
Everyone's in this pot, man.
Everyone except for Cremio.
Yeah. He's loving that, though. He loves being the watcher,
Great.
the
Actually,
observer.
I will take
Good,
your
good, good,
shot.
good.
That could be his nickname, the voyeur.
How about just rear window?
That's good, too. No one with an ace.
Completely unearned, by the way.
There's nothing to do with anything. Middle pair for Ken is the best hand right now, and he is going to bet it. Wow. Just no fear.
How does he know?
He bets 125 into 300. He does bet kind of smallish, and
That'll do it.
yeah, he kills all the equity and wins the pot. That's how he destroys worlds. He doesn't eat them. He breaks them down piece by piece.
With gambling,
Yeah,
by betting.
by betting middle pair
Yeah.
into 6 players.
My bad. My bad. I mistaked it for a tree. Now I know that my daughter was in
Bunch
a play
of you
once
were,
and she was a tree looked like that.
Brought up the fact that in an earlier session of Poker
Are you
Time,
dancing?
there was comments
as
made
a
about our
tree.
dealer's head size.
A bunch
I just
of
want to
you-
say, that it's clearly smaller now. The head is shrunk, pretty dramatically. And there's nothing to worry about. There's no health problem or anything like that. Her head is probably below average size, if anything. At this
I like that
point.
moment. I'm a dancer, bro.
Oh, you're gonna get in trouble.
So much trouble.
Hey, look at this.
What a flop for wheel.
King deuce for wheel.
But Cremio with the one pair in the back door will call once for 25, and it's a 10. Unexciting turn card, and yeah.
Cremio does not even wait for the bet, even though Wheel often does the thing where he fake bets.
That is
Cremio
for
should probably
sure.
wait for the bet from Wheel, especially.
You are correct. It's a mistake against a wheel, not against a lot of players. But
I mean, it is a very small shred of percentage mistake against the
Yeah.
field of Texas Hold'em players, but
of course,
you know,
it's
Wheel's
possible.
Wheel. It's a bigger mistake against Wheel.
Is it possible wheel actually said bet or started?
It's
announcing
it is
amount?
that
'Cause
is
we
quite
can't
possible.
always hear.
Yeah, that is quite
So
possible.
if that's true, then it's fine,
Yeah.
right?
This cow is standing.
Otherwise, but if he's just reaching and Cremio threw it away, that is clearly a mistake. You're often ahead when real reaches, right?
Yeah.
When wheel reaches.
Real Weeches.
Real reaches.
We have genuine real Weeches here. You guys want some? Who wants a
I
Weech?
mean,
No, I'm a helicopter. I know. You don't have to laugh because it's not funny, but
No, I mean, I identify as the thing is it's more painful.
Aaron is playing tighter than he has in some previous sessions.
Yeah, I think it's because it's still early on. Like if we are going to get to watch him, I assume, for these last 2 episodes, and probably I'm just guessing, but midway through the next episode, he'll probably be action Aaroning all over the place.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken's going to call with the 7 deuce.
For the memes,
Not just the memes, but with the best draw. Although
don't know.
actually,
Backdoor-
Carino with 2 backdoors. And
backdoor royal draws the
Carino
best
just
draw.
checked folds, by the way, on the 2 backdoors with the Jack 10 of
That's
spades.
interesting.
Oh, this game.
He's
just
not
got
super
out of
deep.
my-
Maybe that's part of it, but still
Should probably throw out a little bet there. He was the razor too.
Yeah, that
on
was
an
interesting.
ace-high board.
bit of an odd play.
Maybe he just thinks Ken is like not betting anything that isn't real there, and turns out he was wrong.
Do it.
Yeah,
Ken had 7 deuce off, bro.
I forgot to get one last time and I didn't go down.
Real weeches.
yep. They come straight from the swamp. We didn't process them or anything.
Yeah, no.
Just put them in a jar and they're yours for $29.99
Free shipping.
on orders of over 10 weeches.
Yeah,
Of course.
Which is
Who would want fewer than 10 weeches?
these are not your typical dried weeches.
No,
These
no,
are
no.
Fresh.
These are genuine swamp
Yeah,
weeches.
in swamp water.
Yeah.
Still, of course, to preserve the weechy.
Yeah, we want that
Weechiness.
weechiness.
Rooster's gonna call this raise. Action Aaron. There we go. Opening up the 9-5 of hearts.
I love to see it. And Rooster flops top pair, and Aaron is not a fan of that flop, I imagine.
Probably gonna bet anyway, though.
Looks like he's reaching.
See how much he bets here.
We do have the king, queen, 8 flop. Or king, jack, 8. Excuse me.
105 into 135.
The
It ain't
Rooster
small.
makes 2 pair and has the thing locked up. The question is, does Aaron take another shot? Not so far. And that's a
good.
bad card for the Rooster.
But when Aaron checks the turn, it's not that bad.
Rooster checks anyway, which is probably the right way to do this.
Yep. Give Aaron a chance to fire away one more time. Aaron can beat the draws that miss. He should probably fire away with 9 high, though, right?
By beat, you mean fold out, of course.
Of course. That's all I mean. I mean, he can get them to throw their hand away.
Well, he's
Hence the bet
starting to do a
would
little
be in order.
speech here. Maybe that means he's given up.
Feels like he's giving up when he does the speech, right? Although sometimes he will talk and then fire away. Unload. There it is.
All right.
I would
This
think
should-
a pretty quick call.
210. He's doing an interesting sizing, trying to make it look value-y. That's cool.
Could he ever have trip 8? Sure, he could. Could he have a better king? I guess. You expect him to bet that on the turn almost always.
That's why I
though.
like this sizing. Is he could rep a better king at least with this sizing. But the Rooster
You just got to call action.
knows who
Aaron.
Action Aaron is, has played with Action Aaron, and cannot let it go. I do think it was a interesting effort from Aaron.
Yep.
A bigger sizing might have been more effective. I'm not sure. But that sizing told a better story.
It all depends what you're really trying to do, though. If you're trying to follow out all the draws that are beating your 9 high, you don't need to bet that much.
That's
right?
true.
So I
That's
kind
true.
of like it.
Yeah.
I don't think Aaron was ever targeting a king there in his
No.
mind, right?
Maybe a
He's-
jack.
Yeah, a jack at most.
Yeah.
And maybe even a jack, he figures he's getting called by mostly. But if you can fold out all the flush draws and all the straight draws, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's a good bet by Aaron.
Yeah, I like it. I like that he sized it down. He could even probably go smaller if that's what he's targeting. I don't know exactly what's in his brain, of course. Except, corpuscles and corpuscles and
Weeches,
vessels.
few
and
weeches.
a few weeches, but they're not real weeches,
No.
obviously.
That's the problem when you get the inauthentic stuff. It can enter your brain and
Yeah.
you can't get it out.
I mean, it's okay, obviously.
It's fine. It's cosmetic.
Yeah.
For when they do brain scans.
Like, those aren't real weeches. Ken's got a real hand. Is he 3-betting or is he calling?
3 bet. I like it.
Yep, me too. It's a little small, Ken.
It is a bit small.
Way too small, Ken. You're always getting called. 135 over 60?
It does have the value of isolating though.
That is true. But why are we isolating out of position? Why are we guaranteeing a call? out
Yeah,
of
I mean,
position to
Caremio
provide?
is 100% calling on the button with Jack 10 now.
Yeah,
He might actually be 4 betting.
that would be interesting. That would be pretty interesting. Is he?
This looks 4 betty the way he's doing this.
Does.
It is a 4 bet. It's a small
Wow.
4 bet.
What is
275.
happening?
That's interesting stuff. What do you do with Ace 9 of clubs
You
now?
call. You have to call. You're getting such a good price. and you're deep. You're deep enough to call for sure.
Cremio has set up a scenario where he gets to win a pretty big pot just by betting
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
As long as he's willing to keep
Well-
firing, this is one of them. He should be able to win if he fires twice.
The problem is firing twice is hard on this board. When
Yep.
Ken did decide to 3-bet and call a 4-bet, no matter how small, it's a scary board to fire twice on.
Yeah, I mean, Ken can easily have aces up here. Easily.
Diamonds come in, which is very unlikely for Caremio at this point. Ken could have diamonds.
Ken's going right to protection here, which I do not hate.
I think Caremio is going to call once.
I think-
It's kind of a bigger bet than I might have
Ooh.
expected, though.
It's just about half pot.
Right, but
That's fine.
Ken often bets smaller in these spots.
Oh. Cremio's like, can I reasonably call here? Ken could just have the king of diamonds, but with what? A hand that's beating me, right? Ken,
Yeah.
Ken doesn't have king 9 off, right?
No, he does not.
So if he's got the king of diamonds, you're losing as Cremio.
Yes,
You're
he's got
always
king,
losing.
queen, king, jack, or king 10.
Yep, those are all beating you.
Potentially ace, king even.
King, king, ace, king, it's all beating you. So we could turn our hand into a bluff, but if we were going to do that, we probably would have bet the flop. And Cremio just gets out of the way. That's an understandable fold, actually.
Yeah.
Especially when the third diamond comes, you could be drawing dead.
You're in
Rarely,
some,
but
like,
you could be.
2010 tournament 3 and 4-bet sizing there pre-flop.
Yeah, it was weird. So unusual, so distinctive, so unique.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why are you saying so many things like that?
So Tiffany's.
Oh, right. We had to get the sponsor in there.
Yeah. I'm going to do that a few more times.
Act now. Any purchase of $40,000 or more at Tiffany's, you get $5 off with the code PokerGuys. You just go to Tiffany's and say PokerGuys.
Yep. You know, I mean,
and
you
slip them a $5 bill,
they-
and you get $5 off your purchase.
Watching the stream.
I mean, I don't know if you have to slip them a full $5.
Raise.
You can try $4 and see if it works.
Oh, is it live?
No. Oh, I thought you meant the straddle.
Oh, that fucking guy. I get it.
Yeah, we should get all the other ad reads in now before the show ends.
Yeah, that's what we're paid to do, right?
Yeah.
So
Not getting enough porn? Go to Dirty Mike's.
that's all you had to say, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, that was it. That was my whole bit. Action Aaron makes the call, and somehow he's way ahead. Well, one more bet is going to do it. Can Ken find? Nope, can't find it.
Was not a bet.
Does Action Aaron think he has to bluff? Probably, right? He checks again.
Queen high.
Ken gives up.
I got that crushed.
Yep.
Just looking for a check.
Go to wilsontennis.com and use the code PokerGuys at checkout to get 3 free tennis balls with any purchase of 10,000 tennis balls or more. That's PokerGuys
Yeah.
at wilsontennis.com for
POK.
3 free tennis balls on any
PR.
purchase of 10,000 tennis balls or more.
It's poker. Actually, the code for that one is pokerguys.tennisballs.com.
Yes. And that's also a website unrelated to this promotion in every way.
The Twitterverse?
No, that's what it is. I didn't make it up.
It's the cock of a moose. It's like, you know.
The Rooster going to take his straight flush draw to the streets, as they say.
We're going four-handed here. Alex just limping behind with, well, completing, I should say, really, with the ace-9 of diamonds. And bingo, bango, bongo. You can't hit it any harder.
You can, but this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not going to get any action, though.
Alex hitting that flop with the force of a Mike Tyson punch-out punch. Only from Nintendo.
How many Nintendo consoles do you have to buy to get like
5% back.
Yeah.
5% on your initial Nintendo console purchase, back
Yeah.
just the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's 9.
9?
Yeah.
Seems fair.
So then, yeah, you buy 9 Nintendos. You
Use
get
the code PokerGuys at checkout. You know, it's actually good practice. Any website that you
Yeah,
go
just
to
put
that
it
you're
in there.
buying something, use the code PokerGuys when it asks for a coupon
It might
code.
work.
It could work.
It often works.
Yeah,
It
nobody.
doesn't even have to be us. It could be some other poker guys. It doesn't matter. What do you care? You're saving money. You're welcome. Just a little life tip.
That's a life hack.
LPT. Life pro tip.
Yeah.
Rooster limping the 7s now. Okay. Wheel? Did Wheel just complete as well? What is happening? This is a shocking hand.
I'm shocked as well. And there's a gut shot for Wheel. Seven's not loving that flop.
And the Rooster's going to protect his equity, but I can't imagine Will's going to start folding immediately with this hand, and he's going to call for 30.
30. Call.
And the 6 of diamonds. Can Rooster find a second barrel? No. And there it is for
Ooh.
Wheel.
He makes the nuts.
No value to be had, though.
Nope, I don't think so.
I guess if you check, maybe sometimes the Rooster will fire, but how would Wheel know that, right? Wheel's probably supposed to bet here. Get him shake his head. Da-doy, what should I do?
That's, yeah.
Probably didn't
How's
win
that
the
for
debate
poker
team.
face? Good poker face? Yeah.
And yeah, Rooster can't beat anything with his 2 7s now.
Rooster having a tough go of it.
Right.
And you'll have a tough go of it at Wendy's with
Yeah.
their new Frosty.
Which is made from really kind of thick, tough material.
Use Codename Poker Guys anytime you're there. All right, we're done with this episode.
yeah,
we'll see you
it-
next week.
Yeah.